place where you could stay. You got a 10-hour drive. In the morning, don't sweat it. Keep thinking about the gig last night. You wish you could forget it. Listen to a podcast, a radio lab. Try to call your mom, but end up yelling at your dad. Car needs gas, so you're pulling to the Commodore. The weather channel says that you're about to hit some snow. Sell one CD, give another 808 to add insult to injury. You had to pay to play. Folk singer, folk singer. Washed up punk, but you're still a dead ringer. For a folk singer, you're a folk singer for sure. Club owner says you should have played here last week. Right now it's finals and no one makes a peep. You wish you said the money could have been a lot more, but the deal was only for a small percentage of the dough. $27 and a couple foreign bills. Tried to pass a hat, but everyone was high on pills. Play a new song, no applause, just crickets. Bartender says I give you 2 drink tickets. Folk singer, folk singer. Washed up punk, but you're still a dead ringer. For a folk singer, you're a folk singer, shout. Get a good offer for a gig in Atlanta, but the airline sent your guitar all the way to Montana. Get a real person on the phone from United. Lose your cool, tell the dude to go bite it. Borrow a guitar to try to cool your rage. Walk into the club when someone else is on stage. Sell no CDs, the club was double booked. You never even got to play your day. Your life is overlooked. Folk singer, folk singer. Washed up punk, but you're still a dead ringer. For a folk singer, you're a folk singer for sure. Get a big break, get to do some radio, but the DJ says it's taped for next week's show. Does you no good, cause tonight you got the gig, but you keep on smiling and dance a little jig. Car starts whining, engine's running hot. Gas station dude says your radiator's shot. Sell 12 CDs, give none away. The radiator took it all, it's Groundhog Day. Folk singer, folk singer. Washed up punk, still a dead ringer. Folk singer, you're a folk singer for sure. Finally get some sleep and there's a nice blue sky. The airlines found your guitar all the way in Dubai. Say that it'll be there for your gig in Tallahassee, but you ate some bad food, feeling kinda gassy. Get a Motel 6, wish you was a Ritz. At least you got a private place because you got the shits. Sell 5 hats, 2 CDs. Yes sir, no ma'am, thank you please. Folk singer, folk singer. Washed up punk, but you're still a dead ringer. I'm a folk singer, I'm a folk singer for sure. Finally get some good news from the booking agent dude at the club. Tonight they'll give you half off on your food. Place is packed, gonna make your fee. They wouldn't even turn off the sports TV. Go Padres. Feel like you climbed another rung on the ladder. Yo, another day older. Yo, another day fighter. I'm a folk singer now. In the pale moonlight. That's how I'm staring on stage at the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk, Connecticut tonight. Folk singer, washed up punk, but you're still a dead ringer. I'm a folk singer, I'm a folk singer for sure. I'm a folkety folker, I'm a Bram Stoker joker, I'm a vampire smoker, I'm a motherfucking folker for sure. I'm so happy to be here tonight with my friend Keller Williams. Last night was epic. Tonight's going to be even epicer. If that's a word. Epicer. It could be. Man, did we ever have fun last night? Oh. Tonight, though, it's just got this love vibe out there. Because it's Friday night. And the weekend is upon us. And everybody is just beautiful. Everybody's smiling. The world is so kind to one another. When you look at the news, when you go on Facebook and stuff, everybody's just all of a sudden become kind. It's so cool. I'm living in my own little fantasy world. And I just want to stay there all night. So that last song I wrote, it's off of a record of mine called Steve Poltz, folk singer. And I was playing at this club in in Oklahoma City. And I went inside, and the club is called the Blue Door. And the guy that owns it is this guy named Greg Johnson. And I walked into the club one night, and he goes, "Steve Poltz, you ain't nothing but a washed-up punk rocker masquerading as a folk singer." And I said, "I'm gonna use that in a song." And I did. And now he wants royalties. But what are you gonna do? We're here at the Wall Street Theater tonight, and everybody's feeling pretty damn good. This is a song I wrote with my good friend Molly Tuttle. It's on her new record. I won't stop once the rubber hits the road. I'm bound for Mexico. Daylight wakes my sleepy head, turns the mountains cold. I had one too many ties to you, one too many tries for you. Oh my love, I dies for you. But I'm over now, over the top for you. There's a snake in the middle of the road. Do I swerve to miss? I can't shake this feeling that I hold. There's poison in your kiss. I had one too many ties to you, one too many tries for you. Oh my love, I dies for you. But I'm over now, over the top for you. Three more hours and my heart gets tossed. I tumble down into the rocks. My sleepy eyes, they start to cross, and I'm I behold your shaky head, trembling at the core. Your eyes are just like dynamite. Still I ask for more. I had one too many ties to you, one too many tries for you. Oh my love, I dies for you. But I'm over now, over the top for you. Okay, that song to me is so special. So it was on this record by John Hartford, and the record's called Presbyterian Guitar. Or the song's called Presbyterian Guitar. It's off of a record called Aeroplane. And that song is like my Valium. So if I'm ever stressed out about shit in the world, I just do that. And I just start feeling so good, and I think, what do I have to be bummed about? I can play Presbyterian guitar just to calm myself down. I'm my own best friend. Here's a Christmas song I scribbled down. Hanging up the stockings and drinking up the eggnog and wrapping up the presents and lighting up the Yule log. Going to a party and dashing through the snow. Thinking of our loved ones and basking in the afterglow. Celebrating Christmas, celebrating Hanukkah, celebrating Kwanzaa. I changed my name to Monica. No one eats the fruitcake, but lots of people buy it. If I ever grow silver balls, I think I'm gonna try it. People singing Christmas carols, I'm tired of those songs. People in Brazil are dancing in their thongs. Sing about the drummer boy, they're singing Silent Night, singing Frosty the Snowman, oh holy night. People rushing Walmart and people getting trampled. They gotta get a good price, maybe get a free sample. The economy was dancing and the market's going south, but I'm still smiling with all the teeth left in my mouth. You can call up Captain Kirk or ask for Mr. Spock or maybe the Scottish guy. I wish I still had Barack living inside the White House to try to do some good. I miss my mom and dad just like a good son should. The climate's really melting. We're all just like fondue and the bumblebees are lost. I don't know what to do. A new year is upon us and they move so flippin' fast. It seems like yesterday I was in college high on grass. There's always a new war or weapons to explode. Army men are marching on some foreign country road. Our peace and love a puff of smoke never to be found. Distant as the Milky Way in some far-off space-age town. I love this big old funny life. I always have, I always will. A smile, a hug, a Christmas, wish a warm heart and a chill. I hope you get your Christmas wish. I hope you get your fill. And I hope you don't fall into debt and never pay your bills. But if you believe in Santa Claus or you see some reindeer, put it up on YouTube for us to see and hear. Things might be looking grim and they might be rearranged, but the only thing I know for sure is something's gonna change. Yesterday's a dream, we're traveling at light speed. Tomorrow is a mystery, today is all we need. If you believe in love, prove it while you can. Time is surely wasting, we're in a frying pan. Let's hop into the fire and dance until we're drunk. Drunk on love and kisses, cause God don't make no junk. We're perfect as we are. We might need a little grease. This world is a convertible and we're rising in the breeze. I miss you, Lorna Doone, you were a lovely peach. It seems like yesterday we were dancing on the beach. And you were in the front row and I was singing songs. Making up the words, I'm just trying to right my wrongs. The universe is rolling, there's thunder in the sky. The only thing I know for sure is I love apple pie. My heart is swollen up and I wear it on my sleeve. The blood veins are dripping down and I don't want to leave. I love this big old funny life. I always have, I always will. A smile, a hug, a Christmas, wish a warm heart and a thrill. A smile, a hug, a Christmas, wish a warm heart and a chill. I love this big old funny life. I always have and I always will. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's a Christmas song. I'm gonna do this song I wrote with my buddy Billy Strings, and this is on his record, Renewal. We wrote this at my house in Nashville, and this is on his record. Yeah, this is on Renewal. It's the final song on that record. When leaders anymore. All our believers washed ashore. We've got to find another door. We're not the leaders anymore. We're either children left to play, let Mother Nature lead the way. We're gonna need her love someday. Where are the children left to play? We're not the leaders anymore. All our believers washed ashore. We've got to find another door. We're not the leaders anymore. We stand up straight and suck our thumbs. Sometimes it feels so fucking dumb. Makes my fingers tingle numb. We stand up straight and suck our thumb. Should have been some other way for us to thrive and have a say, without just throwing it away. There should have been some other way. We're not the leaders believers washed ashore. We've got to find another door. We're not the leaders anymore. Woo! Man, this is the coolest gig I've ever played in my life. I love it. Feeling good. Tonight when I go home and I get back to my hotel room, they're gonna say to me, "Welcome, Mr. Poltz. I see here you're titanium elite. I'm gonna upgrade you to a suite." And then I'll get in my bed and I'll open up the drawer next to the bed and there'll be the Book of Mormon right there. I'll know I'm at my Marriott. That's where I'll be. You know, a lot of people were shut down for a couple of years during the whole pandemic, and it was like water dripping out of a faucet. But not for me. I kind of am happy every day. It's weird. I just wake up in the morning and I'm like a golden retriever. I got a smile on my face. So I just started thinking about all the shit I did. I go, this is like a song. I took a 2-year hiatus to write about what I did for 2 years. That's sort of to portray water dripping. I baked 100 loaves of bread, I fell down on my head. I vacuumed till I sweated, ate food that I regretted. I sat near the fire wearing questionable attire. I made a new incision to improve my circumcision again. My hair's unruly and I learned to make the bully. It felt kind of groovy. Watched every single movie. You know I've been depressed. I never even got dressed. I was feeling full of pity, so I joined a subcommittee. I learned the word abrogation, tried to find a new vocation, searched the whole skyscraper, trying to steal some toilet paper, made a bong out of a peach. I learned to brush my teeth with bleach. Prayed for a vaccine. I learned about hydroxychloroquine. I was sitting on a toilet trying to get some unemployment. I stayed in the bathroom for a meeting on Zoom. Forgot I wasn't wearing my pants and I did a little dance. I was jiggling down below and everybody got a free show. I wore my sleeve on my heart. I found a new body part. I learned about zinc sulfate and how to meditate. I was naked in a cape. I tried to do some manscape. Lost a little bit of blood, but I still felt like a stud. I high-fived a little kid, I thought I got COVID. Listened to Jerry Garcia, made my own tortillas. Found a new cake mix, checked my body for ticks. I got run over by a bus and a tornado almost killed us, oh yeah. I became unemployed, started getting paranoid. I was eating a burrito and got bit by a mosquito. Grew a garden full of cheer, I got cauliflower here. I read all of Macbeth and I learned how to cook meth. I drew my curtains shut, I was acting like a nut. I've been growing on my stubble, I've been living in a bubble. Everything was unbearable, I started feeling terrible. Thought I should buy a gun, instead I got a man bun. I got to get some social distance to help with my existence. Need some logical assistance to a path of least resistance. Feeling undesirous and no one wants to hire us. I learned every song by Miley Cyrus and all about coronavirus. I'm a midnight lurker, I'm a least essential worker. You don't even have to ask, I use my undies for a mask. You know I understand, I gotta wash my hands. I might have worms, but I don't have demon sperms. I got a stimulus check, but I feel like a wreck. I become a decent cook, I read every single book. I might blast off, but I cover my cock. My pants are getting baggy and I'm looking kinda shaggy, I'm a king of innuendo, I can make a big crescendo. You know I cut my hair, but I just don't care. Maybe I should join the Navy, I should give myself a shavy. Accidentally got a COVID kiss, think I need an exorcist. Help! I don't really want a button, but I'm feeling like a shut-in. I've been sweating in my body and I'm looking kinda snotty. Need a nurse, I'm supposed to shove a Q-tip up my nose. I'm getting kinda grouchy, I'm in love with Dr. Fauci. I guess I could steal a tank, or maybe go and rob a bank and watch my arteries harden until I get a pardon. I don't need to wear shoes, scared, so hit snooze. I was born to lose, I got the quarantine blues. I got the quarantine blues. Woo! So, if you want to hear that song when you get home, have you ever heard of YouTube? It's fucking awesome, bro. It's a wormhole. Type in Steve Poltz Quarantine Blues. I made an animated video, and it's good. Then I made another animated video, and it's a lyric video. In case you want to follow the words, you're like, how does he remember all the words to that song? I'll show you a little trick. This is how I did it. If you ever want to write a song, if you notice, that last song does not even have a chorus. Did you notice? It didn't have a chorus. That was my goal when I set out to write it. So, a lot of times I teach songwriting workshops, sometimes with my friend Tim Bloom from this band, the Mother Hips. And so, I'll teach a songwriting workshop, and I make people go out and write songs. Any one of you can write a song. I could sit with you and interview you, and I could manifest you to write a song. You could write a song for the one you love, you could write a song for the way you're feeling, but the thing is, you gotta remember to play. We forget to play. We've been told we're too old, we're too fat, we're too thin, we're too this, we're too that. No way, man. You can write songs. And I do it. I do it all the time because it's like my own little journal. And that's all you have to do is write, like no one else needs to listen to it. So if you were in my songwriting workshop, the very first day I'd say to you, okay, you just got paid $250,000 by a New York advertising firm. You need to write a jingle. Write a jingle for a product that maybe doesn't even exist, or maybe write one for a product you hate, and you get extra credit if it's for a product you hate, like Monsanto or something. So, and then these people will write songs. It's crazy. And what it does is it breaks the ice with everybody, and it creates this sense of unity. And everybody's rooting for you to do good. And so you can make up a song about, like, okay, I was driving in Kentucky, and I was driving by this house, and it was all beat up. And then I realized it was a thrift store. And I went in, and there was this shirt here. And I saw the shirt, and it was on this thing, and I tried it on, and it fit me. And there were old washing machines out front. And I said, how much for this shirt? And these three dudes came out, and they go, what are you doing in our house? And I was like, this isn't a thrift store? And they go, this is where we live. And I said, well, can I get this shirt from you? And they said, no, that's my shirt. And I said, well, I have to have it. I'm going on tour with my friend Keller Williams. And they said, who's Keller Williams? And I said, who's Keller Williams? He's fucking amazing, dudes. And then I pulled out my iPhone and I played them some from Keller stuff, right? Well, they were just there listening to the Keller songs. And so they were like, this is really good. And I got the doobie in my pocket, and they were like, this is fucking awesome, bro. And then they said, since you turned us on to Keller Williams, we'll give you this shirt. And then as I drove away, I got in my car and I said, these dudes, they need a name. So I gave them a name. I called them the Hand-Me-Down Dudes. And then that's a song right there. If you just have a title, you fucking have a song. Do you realize this? Do you see how important this is? We are all one big molecule tonight, floating together. And we're so surrounded in love, we don't even see the love sometimes. We don't feel the love because we blocked ourselves out. We built a wall around our heart. But not this time. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes, they got their own goddamn song. And here it is. She said the Hand-Me-Down Dudes was coming in June and the fix a washing machine real soon. She said the Hand-Me-Down Dudes wasn't looking so hot, but the Hand-Me-Down Dudes was a high on pot. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes didn't have no direction. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes wasn't good at inspection. Their livers were black and red and blue. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes didn't even have a clue. They rode on a bus wearing dresses and clogs. They ate pork and beans and cold hot dogs. They caused a little ruckus in the back of an alley. A mean old drunk called one of them Sally. They sliced him up like a piece of salami and propped him up like he was origami. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes didn't have no remorse. Their teeth were filthy as the mouth of a horse. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes like to give each other wedgies. They only ate meat and threw out all the veggies. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes like to huff and gas from a brown paper bag till they fell on their ass. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes was creepy and porny. They walked around looking hungry and horny. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes couldn't fix a carburetor. They were left too long in the incubator. The people say their granny used to drop them on their heads and made them sleep in old wet beds. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes had tongues made of gristle. They couldn't form a sentence without making a whistle. They spent a lot of time in their noses just picking. They never got sick. They could eat raw chicken. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes made crystal meth in a trailer in the bayou, and they looked like death. They finally showed up to fix a washing machine, but they couldn't even fix it in the part of the scene. But she don't mind, cause she was lonely as a dog, waiting for her master to come home through the fog. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes all live in a big tent. Some sleep on the floor and some in the basement. I heard there was a story in the New York Times with an interactive feature with the map of their crimes. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes got a lawyer from the Ozarks. They're back on the streets and they're hungry as sharks. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes are legends in the making. If you got what they want, it's theirs for the taking. The Hand-Me-Down Dudes, the Hand-Me-Down Dudes. damn me down, dudes, damn me down, dudes, damn me down, damn me down, dudes, damn me down, dudes, damn me down, dudes, damn me down, 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 damn me This is good weed, man. How cool is Norwalk?
Yeah.
I had no idea. This is my first time playing Norwalk. I didn't know. I really did not know it would be this cool. But it really is. Let's take out our guitars and let's make our A strings go down to a G. And then take your E string and bring it all the way to a C. To a C. Okay? And then check your other strings because they might have gone out of tune because you're taking that E string all the way down to a C. So check your D because it'll go sharp, okay? Sharp like cheddar. And your G string should be nice and wet. And then your D string stays a piece. Hey, I didn't know there was gonna be porno. And then leave everything how it is now, okay? Now take out your missalettes and turn to page 33. Celebrate Molly to James. That's a fine motorbike. A girl could get lost on any such light. Said James to Red Molly, well, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. Seen you on the corners, cafes it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. Then you pulled her on behind trucks till they ride. Said James to Red Molly, where's a ring for your right hand? But I tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. For I fought with the law since I was 17. I robbed many a man to get my vince and my shame. Now I'm 21 years, I might make 22. I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. But if fate should break my stride, then I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Come down, Red Molly, cried Sergeant McCrae, for they've taken young James A.D. for armed robbery. Shotgun blast hit his chest, left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of rope, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry, and he said, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Said James, in my opinion, there's nothing better in this world than a 52 Vincent and a red-headed girl. Now no tins and Indians and Greaves won't do, for they haven't got a soul like a Vincent 52. And then he reached for her hand, slipped her the keys, said, I've got no further use for these. I see angels and Ariels, leather and chrome, swooping down from heaven to carry me home. Then he gave her one last kiss and died, and he gave her his Vincent to ride. So I was on this cruise ship called Kayama, and Richard Thompson was on there, and he wrote that song, and I said, Richard, will you show me how to play that? And he said, I will, but then I'll have to kill you. And it was such a good moment. I've never forgotten that. I was hanging out with this guy I know from Austin, Texas, and he's a good friend of mine, one of my best friends in the world, and his name's Bob Schneider. And we were on the phone together, and then we went out to lunch, and Bob said, hey Steve, write a song tonight and call it Sewing Machine.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, I can do that. So This is what I did. I wrote a song called Sewing Machine because he challenged me. And then I went over to my friend AJ Croce's house and I had him play piano on it and I recorded him. Now AJ Croce's dad was Jim Croce. And AJ is a good buddy of mine and we've written a bunch of songs together. And so AJ's playing the piano and then his wife at the time, she's passed away now, she was beautiful, Marlo. She got a sound of a sewing machine and put it on my phone. And I'm gonna do this song for you. Woo! I can't believe I'm gonna do it. I haven't done it in a long time, but you just seem like the kind of crowd that wants to hear. So the only rule was you had to say sewing machine at least once. And here goes. While he lives in a hole in a tree, he's much, much smaller than me. He lures the children up for spider tea. He's buzzy as a bumblebee. Well, his fingernails have all turned black. His nose is like an old smokestack. Steam leaves his ears, and when the smoke clears, you see that you can't go back. Well, he says his name is Jack Beagle. His voice is as screechy as a weasel. He'll sew you up to the wall. In a long dark hall, he's got a bunch of kids sewn to an easel. At least 100 kids sewn to an easel. Sewing machine. He sews the kids together, and his teeth are green. You can't scratch an itch. Your eye can barely twitch. He's a mean old man with a sewing machine. Well, the parents tell the kids, don't go in the woods. There's a scary, scary man who isn't good. Little Mary didn't listen. As hard as she could, now she's sewn to the wall in a hood. She's got a brother with a hook for an arm from an accident that happened on the farm. His name is Ben. He doesn't have any friends. All the children made fun of his arm. Little Ben scratched his itch with his hook, but got an idea while reading a book. He welded scissors to his hook where his hand used to be and said, I'll search for my sister down by the brook. Ben climbed deep into the forest. All the owls started singing in a chorus. Be careful, little boy. When you go around the pass, there's a gargoyle in a hood named Boris. Ooh, ooh. Sewing machine. He sews the kids together, and his teeth are green. You can't scratch an itch. Your eye can barely twitch. He's a mean old man with a sewing machine. Ben climbed into a hole in the ground. It was cold and so far down. It was dark and hard to see, but he screamed for Mary and kept going down, down, down. When he got to the bottom of the cave, it felt like he was in a big grave. There were kids sewn to the walls, down all the halls that he knew he had to save. He cut the children down just like he was a crook. using the scissors at the end of his hook. And as the kids broke free, they were screaming with glee, saying, Ben, you are the man! Jack Beagle was as angry as a snake, and he jumped out of a big black cake. He grabbed Ben by his coat. With his hands around his throat, his evil body started to shake. Jack Beagle fell to the ground, and his tears fell all around. He said, I'm sorry I kept you here. I was lonely and without cheer, and no one talks to me in this town. Jack Beagle sits alone in his cell, but when they ring the jailhouse bell, little Ben will come to see him. Even though they'll never free him, he's making friends, mending clothes from his cell. He makes amends, mending clothes from his cell. Everybody, sewing machine. He sews clothes for the kids, and his teeth are green. You can't scratch an itch, your eye can barely twitch. He's a lonely old friend with a sewing machine. He's making new friends with a sewing machine. Oh my God. Oh my God. Pleasant dreams tonight. You guys, that was so much fun. This is the most epic night I've ever had in my life. And every morning when you wake up in the morning, you need to say, this is going to be the greatest day I'll ever have. Because then you can do anything. I am no longer a folk singer. I'm a goddamn motivational speaker. And I'm going to move here to Norwalk. Norwalk. Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yes,
woo.
it's a fucking great place.
Woohoo.
Oh my God. What the hell is going on tonight? Did somebody put mushrooms in my pozole? That's what I'm wondering. Because if they did, that's cool.
Oh my God, pleasant dreams tonight, you guys. That was so much fun. This is the most epic night I've ever had in my life. And every morning, when you wake up in the morning, you need to say, this is gonna be the greatest day I'll ever had, because then you can do anything. I am no longer focusing on my goddamn motivational speaker. Move here to Norwalk, Connecticut. Yes, it's a fucking great place.
Oh my God. This really is the greatest show I've ever done. I feel sorry for tomorrow night in stupid Natick. What a bunch of assholes those people are. They don't deserve a show this good. Fuck those guys. I'm staying here. I'm gonna become the mayor. I hate Natick. And I hate all the people last night too, wherever the hell I was. Because this is the only place we need to. I'm gonna be like Garth Brooks, where he only plays one place. Mine's gonna be Norwalk at this theater. Celine Dion, Billy Joel. Catch me on. Where does Steve Poltz play now? Oh, he only plays in Norwalk. He said it was the greatest show he'd ever played, and he just doesn't ever want to forget it. No, I know a lot of people say shit like that, and it's like pandering to the audience, but I'm only going to say this once, because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys. No, I know a lot of people say shit like that, and it's like pandering to the audience, but I'm only going to say this once, because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love you. No, I know a lot of people say shit like that, and God, I'm so glad I know Keller Williams. You know, when he comes out tonight and plays, I'm gonna be just watching with you guys And then at the end, we're gonna do some songs together. And dudes, we did a 2-hour sound check tonight. That's how much I love him. And I'm not kidding you. You picked the right choice making your Friday night date night here tonight. Date night in Norwalk. Date night.
Date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, baby got to touch me on my clock. Date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, baby got to touch me on my clock. I was gonna say cock, but I said clock, 'cause I got mixed up with the bulldog tie. I was gonna say cock, but I said clock, 'cause I got knocked up when I was a young lad. Date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, baby got to touch me on my clock.
Date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, yeah. Date night in Norwalk, yeah. Get Butch, gonna get no China. I want it hot and old rice. Get ready to jump out and pop a cat in his ass. When you gone, you stay gone. You lost your LA privileges. There is no me in you because it's
Date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, baby got to touch me on my clock. Date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, baby got to touch me on my clock. Wall Street Theater, Wall Street Theater, Wall Street Theater, date night, yeah. Date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, date night in Norwalk, baby, touch me on the clock, yeah.
And I was so sad last year because we lost John Prine. I know. I was traveling around when I was young, and I was in a band that I started in San Diego. We were called the Rugburns, and we learned every John Prine song in the world. And then I went over and I was a street musician in Europe. I played everywhere. Man, I played in front of the Louvre in Paris. I played all over Dublin. I played in Barcelona. I played over in Mexico también. Me gusta México mucho, es mi favorito país en todo el mundo. And then, one day, I got a record deal with Mercury Universal Records. I had a hit song with a singer from Alaska named Jewel. And then, that hit song sold 15 million records and took me to Woodstock '99. And I was traveling around, and then I got to know John Prine's manager, a guy by the name of Al Bonetta. And Al Bonetta called me up one day, and I thought John Prine was in town, and I was gonna get to meet John Prine because Al would set it up. But instead, Al said, "Steve, John Prine's in town." And I said, "I know, it's sold out." And he said, "Well, that's too bad." And then he said, "Listen, can you pick John Prine up and take him to the Disney store? He's got to buy his kids toys." And I was like, if you could have seen me, I was like Snoopy where he's in the air floating. I was so happy. It was beautiful. And then I drove down to pick John Prine up, but I just gotten out of the ocean surfing, and I got 6-rolled tacos with guacamole and a bean burrito over at Roberta's down there by Mission Beach in San Diego. and I go to pick up John Prine, and I had a Volkswagen van and 2 longboards in the back, and he opened the door, and one of John Prine's old CDs fell out on the ground, and it was cracked with a half-eaten bean burrito on top of it, and John Prine stuck his head in my van, and he goes, "I love what you've done with the place." And then I figured, I didn't tell his manager that the Disney store was right across the street from where John Prine was staying, because he was at the Horton Grand Hotel and the Disney store was in Horton Plaza, because I wanted to get John in my van, so I couldn't drive him across the street because then he'd know, because it was in this mall. So I got on Interstate 5 South and started driving in San Diego south. Well, I was so excited I had him in my van, and I forgot to get off at an exit because I was going to take him in the back way, and there was a sign and it said Tijuana, 5 miles. And John Prine goes, "Is the Disney store in Mexico?" And then I go, "No, we're almost there." And then I got on 5 North, like this guy has no sense of direction. So I'm going on 5 North, and he goes, "Weren't we just on 5 South?" And I go, "Okay, we're almost there, John." And so he was looking kind of scared. And then I lead him into the Disney store. I go to the underground garage, and we walk into the Disney store. John Prine goes, "I gotta call my wife Fiona, because I can't remember if I already got him these toys." And then he looks at me and he goes, "And they never forget." And I was like, "That's why you're John Prine." Because most people just say, "I gotta call my wife, I can't remember if I got him this." But he says, "And they never forget." Brutal. And so, anyways, he's talking to Fiona on the phone, and then all of a sudden he looks across the street, he sees a sign blinking, and it says Horton Grand Hotel. And I see him look at the sign out the window, and then look back at me, and look at the sign again. And if you want to see the look of fear on someone's face, so now it's like a Stephen King novel. And he thinks I'm going to take him home and chain him to my bed and hobble him and make him write me my own John Prine songs. And so instead, he goes, "Isn't that my hotel?" And then I go, "They must have moved it." And even I believed my own bullshit at that moment. And then he goes, "Are you gonna take me back to my hotel, or should I just walk so I don't end up in Mexico?" And then I go, "Get in the van, John." Just like that. And he goes, "What?" And I go, "The van, get in the van, John." And he does. So I drive him across the street, and then he goes, "Are you coming to the show tonight?" And I go, "No, I don't have any tickets, and it's sold out." And he goes, "Now you do." And I go, "Really? Let me give you my name." And he goes, "I know who you are. Al warned me all about you." So that night I go to the show, and right in the front row where that beautiful, handsome couple is, right there, beard dude with blonde girl. Beard dude with blonde girl, that was me and my date. And John Prine walked out on stage and saw me in the front row, and he goes like this. So I just want to say, God bless that national treasure, John Prine. Let's see if I remember this John Prine song. I tried it at sound check. Well, it got so hot last night, I swear, couldn't hardly breathe. Heat lightning burnt the sky like alcohol. I sat on the porch without my shoes, watched the cars roll by as the headlights raced to the corner of the kitchen wall. Mama dear, your boy's here, far across the sea, waiting for that sacred chord that burns inside of me. And I feel a storm, all wet and warm, not 10 miles away, approaching my Mexican home. My God, I cried, it's so hot inside, you could die in the living room. Take the fan from the window, prop the door back, with a broom. Well, the cuckoo clock has died a shock, and the windows feel no pain, and the air is as still as a throttle on a funeral train. Mama dear, your boy's here, far across the sea, waiting for that sacred chord that burns inside of me. And I feel a storm, all wet and warm, not 10 miles away, approaching my Mexican home. Porch outside on August afternoon. I sipped bourbon with a friend and cried by the light of the moon. So it's hurry, hurry, step right up. It's a matter of life or death. The sun's going down and the moon is just holding its breath. Mama dear, your boy's here, far across the sea, waiting for that sacred chord that burns inside of me. And I feel a storm, all wet and warm, not 10 miles away, approaching my Mexican home. Hey, I got this new record out. I brought it here tonight. I made it with my friends, the Wood Brothers. And, I told the record label I wanted it on pink vinyl. Yeah. With purple splotches. And they did it. Here it is. It's called Stardust and Satellites. And I brought those. And I also brought this so you could get a tote bag with the record. And this says Steve Poltz, Beans, Road Fuel. And I left this side blank so I could sign it to you and write some cool art. I said to a girl, could you draw a picture of me and make my face the face of a dog mixed with a bunny rabbit and have me sitting on a mushroom in the middle of a forest being sung to by a raccoon and a frog? And she goes, fuck yeah, I can do that. And then this one person said to me, I don't like white. And I said, okay, I got the same shirt in green. And then she was like, that's cool, but I really like purple. And I said, I got purple too. Purple's a good color. So I got all this shit I brought up here from Nashville, and after I'm done playing tonight, not me, but after Keller's done and I'm done playing with Keller, I'll be out there by the merch. We could pose for a picture and make a Christmas card together. And I want to thank you for listening to me tonight. I would like to thank Charles for doing the sound. He's just an awesome sound engineer and a mint. Tomorrow night's in Natick. Please don't come to that show because I won't be this good. In fact, don't ever come see me again because I'll never be this good. If I see any of you at a future show, I'll kick you out. I love you guys. I want all my friends to be happy. I want all my friends to find love. I want all my friends to share good things and be blessed by the light from above. I want all my friends to be hopeful, not to be slaves to a bank. I hope that my friends never have to roll through the streets in a tank. I want all my friends to have kitchens stocked up with bountiful food. I hope they wake with a smile and say words like, let's all go to the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk, Connecticut. I want all my friends to know laughter, uncontrollable from deep in the gut. I want all my friends to have fine shoes and to pat someone cute on the butt. I want all my friends to go travel and to see the world for just what it is. A beautiful place to inhabit. It's a big melting pot made of World Cup bliss. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. I want all my friends to be healthy. And when they see kale and greens, not just to scoff. I want them to live long and prosper, and to tell cancer to just go fuck off. Yeah, to tell cancer to just go. You could do it a little better now. Yeah, to tell cancer to just go. Wait for the right rhythm or you'll blow. Yeah, to tell cancer to just go. Nice. That's good. I will tell you one thing. I went to see a beautiful soccer game in Istanbul, and I saw Galatasaray play Fenerbahce, and it was a wonderful game. And as you know, Istanbul is separated by the Bosphorus River. One half of Istanbul is on the European side, the other side's on the Asian side. And these two soccer teams hate each other, and I got to tell you, they sang louder than you're doing. So what I'm wondering is, can Norwalk beat Istanbul? Woo! Yeah, to tell cancer to just go. Fuck off! This time just whisper it, scare it, and send the anti-cancer vibes to someone who needs it. To tell cancer to just go. That's the best one yet. This time, just think it. Don't even say the fuck off. If you say the fuck off, any one of you says it, it means you're pro-cancer, and that shit's on you. This time, just think it, and send it to somebody. Maybe they've already left this mortal coil. It doesn't matter, they're gonna feel your energy. And to tell cancer to just go. I want all my friends to know one thing. The one day when I'm long dead and gone, I want them to know that I love them, and that's why I wrote them a song. 'Cause I want all my friends to be happy. I want all my friends to find love. I want all my friends to share good things and be blessed by the light from above. da ba ba dee da ba. Ba ba dee da ba dee ba ba. Ba dee da ba